I am addressing rriverstone1 specifically in this vid. The first, and likely not the last time, I am addressing a specific YouTube member. You accused me of being closed-minded on gender issues when I stated that the entire system is based on a false dichotomy and pointed out that scientifically the closest thing we have to determining such is the gamete of the mammal, which includes humans. I would request you check your information, scientific information, not opinions on the matter. The reality is very simple. If the entire concept of gender and sexuality, to a lesser extent, does not qualify as dichotomous for many specific reasons, all, and I do mean all, traits associated to this dichotomy are only the result of natural selection, meaning that what worked best for the species when we were not selecting our own. Now we select what genes get passed down based on personal preference, meaning that all traits which are used for survival are now being selected based on personal preference and therefore are completely cosmetic. Even the genitalia of a human is now mostly a cosmetic trait, thanks to advances in science. Originally, the entire configuration was selected by nature because it provided an improved survivability. The large gamete being better suited to a mammal with a womb capable of protecting the offspring, which is why we currently see more cross-gendered individuals. Even the spectrum concept is archaic and outdated by modern understanding. Breasts, once almost exclusive to the large gamete carrier due to natural selection, are now almost as common in the smaller gamete, as these are no longer a hindrance to survival in them. Hips, which were once a serious issue to childbirth and hunting, wider was capable of childbirth with fewer complications, but narrow made hunting far more efficient, are now switching their roles. Smaller gamete individuals, typically referred to as male, are now possessing wide hips because sitting in an office is made much easier by them. And narrow hips on the larger gamete, often referred to as female, are no longer a serious problem in childbirth. Do you see where I'm going with this? I would hope you have the open-mindedness to comprehend this. The reality of the issue is that even a spectrum is no longer sufficient to categorize humanity in any way, even gender and sexuality, because of the simple fact that we are no longer influenced by natural selection. At least not as much. In other words, your entire rant and hissy fit about me being closed-minded for pointing this out to you was nothing more than a childish outrage, seeking either attention or something to be angry at for no other reason than to be angry. I recognize this because we all have such moments of weakness. However, you blocking me is suggestive of this problem being a psychosis, which would make you a risk to yourself. I recommend you reconsider your perspective on life, for you sound as fundamentally uneducated as the religious nuts I commonly speak out against. Logic and reason are not just words tossed about with no meaning. They mean something. Your behavior has degraded and insulted all of us who understand why the religious nonsense is nonsense. False dichotomies are false in spite of where they originate. When someone who has studied a topic offers advice and even a minor correction, you should investigate. Denying and ignoring it just because it challenges your preconceived notions is exactly why religious people are wrong. If you are simply seeking something to be angry about, then I would recommend you find out specifically what you are angry about and tackle that, or get educated on it in case you are incorrect. Saying I am closed-minded about gender and sexual issues is akin to saying Neil Armstrong is closed-minded about space travel.